An unprecedented U.S. intelligence report on pewsresearch.org says that 65% of U.S. adults believe that intelligent life does exist somewhere on some planet. In the United States, we have a television show called Ancient Aliens. And on that show, the topic of the possibility of humans making contact with extraterrestrials is explored. On July 14th, 2014, an episode aired on Ancient Aliens that explored the possibility that the Germans and the Nazis obtained technology from extraterrestrials. There is a theory that there was a group of women who were known as the Vril Society, who were psychic mediums, who were given information or a blueprint from the extraterrestrials on alien technology and an energy called the Vril force that would have given these aircraft the ability to fly. Now, there is no real proof that the Nazis ever made contact with extraterrestrials. In fact, there is more proof against it. On February 22nd, 2022, Al Jazeera Decoded YouTube uploaded a video titled, "Do Aliens Exist?" On that show, they explored the possibility that because when aircrafts were being sighted during World War II, people believed that this was alien technology that were given to the Nazis. So there was a guest that was brought on that show. His name was Eric Kurlander. Kurlander has a PhD from Harvard University, and he specializes in Nazi history. He claims that the Germans were just obsessed with warfare and that the aircraft that was sighted was quite possibly their own aircraft. Also, let's get back to the Vril Society that was featured on Ancient Aliens. That group is a pseudo-Nazi society that was formed in 1921, and they believe that there is a subterranean master race that is capable of the Vril energy force. Now, unfortunately, this theory is based on a science fiction book written in 1887 by a man named Edward Lytton. Now, he was known for coining the phrase, "the pen is mightier than the sword." I mean, the sword. Oops. I always mess that up. So he states that in his book, he writes about a subterranean master race who had the Vril energy. And, it's all science fiction. So there's so this entire thing, this entire possibility of a master race living in the hollow earth is just simply made up. It's fantasy. Now, why do we do this? Why do we make up the fact, or why do we want to believe that extraterrestrials were actually part of the Nazi movement? Could it be that we as people just don't want to admit to ourselves that we humans are capable of the Holocaust? That we are actually the ones who are capable of genocide? Perhaps it's time for us to grow up and take responsibility for that. Right now I am taking biology anthropology, and I've been thinking about evolution and what causes evolution. Right now, we are studying the different prototypes of like the Homo sapiens and the different types of humans. And it always seems that when one group becomes extinct, a better version of ourselves comes forward. Perhaps our next point in the evolution of humans is accepting responsibility for the heinous things that we have done, rather than trying to theorize that it's because of the extraterrestrials that influenced us. If we are able to accept that responsibility, then maybe we will be predators to our own selves, and we will be able to evolve as the human race and have more peace on the planet. Perhaps that is possible. And then, if that's possible, maybe we will be mature enough for extraterrestrials to actually introduce themselves and say, hey, we're here.